And good evening, Sword Family. Welcome to the World Tàijí and Qìgōng Day edition of the Teahouse. And that is how you say that, Joe. It is just Tai Chi and Qigong. See, most people think of Tai Chi the way it's spelled at the beginning of our title for today as Thichi, and Qi as in the Chinese life force Qi, but it's not. Excuse me. And yes, as you can see, I survived the Ren Fair without any further injury, calamity, or catastrophe, although we did actually end the day watching the sword school, but all of the children were contained within a wooden enclosure, so they weren't free to roam around and whack people with wooden swords. And we left before the sword school was ended. But I did get some good pictures of all of the kids swarming 4 separate armored knights and whacking them viciously with wooden swords. It was a great time was had by all. But yes, Taiji, Taiji, is actually the correct spelling in Chinese. It is not Tai Chi. It is Tai Ji, Ji, and Qigong. For World Tàijí and Qìgōng Day, we're going to be discussing the 5 families of Tai Chi. Most people, if they are aware of Tai Chi at all, are aware of 1 or 2 of the 5. Most people are not aware of the other 3. And if they are, like our own Cindy Kep, it's because they're a student of that family. But as always, before we actually get into our topic for the day, we're going to go ahead and run through our comments. And first through the door at 5:13 p.m. is our own Foxy. Welcome everyone to the Teahouse. Join us while we discuss the different families of Tai Chi. Yes. And Carl comes in a couple minutes later, greeting Foxy. How's it going, Carl? Bonus Ren Fair talk. Yep. We're definitely going to go there. And Foxy greeting Carl, and Kitty strolling in. Hi. Hello, kitten. Greetings to Kitty, and glad you survived the Ren Fair. Like I said, as you can see, I'm here. I'm alive. I'm sitting down, so you don't know what's, if I busted the other hip, but you just have to wait and see. And Carl greeting Kitty, and toes aren't happy, but other than that, just tired from all the peopling. And one of these years, probably, not this year because we've already been, but I have very seriously considered, instead of going during the lunch period of the day, which is usually when we go, we're usually there between like noon and 2:30, which is exactly what we were there for today. I've considered going in the evening to catch the end, because I have heard from people who have been there that the end of the night shows are just spectacular. And just once, I would like to see that, because every single time that we've gone, it's been during that early afternoon portion. And I would just like to see the end, because they have like a fire show. They have, lights and all kinds of, because it's dark, obviously. So one of these years, well, I'm not going back tonight because Foxy has had her social battery drained, and my social battery is larger than hers, I think, but I also have one, and I of course took my trainer Hanjian, which I did get to I got to educate one person on. I usually take my steel Tangjian, but this year I took the Hanjian. I considered taking the trainer Guandao that Dan got me for Christmas, but I'm a swordsman. I gotta have my sword. Poor toes, yeah. And I did get a lot of pictures, so I will try to post some later. It was pretty great. And Donna is joining us with a hey all. Hello, Donna. And I hope hi sweetie is for Donna, but it could be for anybody. You never know. And Foxy greeting Donna, and Dan joining us. Good evening. Good evening, Dan. Evening, Dan. And Ruby joining us. Hello, everyone. Carl greeting Dan and Ruby, and Foxy greeting, and Donna greeting everyone. And there's Trey joining us. Hey, y'all. Hello, Trey. We unfortunately missed, Stitch and Bitch today because we were in the park, but possibly next Saturday, if there's anything going on, I might try and hop on and join. I did say during Tasha's stream last night that I have considered on a couple of occasions trying my hand at crochet and chainmail and a few other things. And Foxy greeting Trey. Good to see you. Yes. More greetings for Trey. And Midnight popping up. What's up, sword people? Hey, Midnight. Here we go. Evening, Midnight. Fun to say. Okay. And greetings to Midnight. Common and proper. Made the pronunciation more difficult than it is. You really do, because when Western people anglicize Chinese words, they add things that aren't necessary. Like they'll add apostrophes and they'll add letters that don't belong, and they'll change the spelling, which will in turn change the pronunciation of a word. It's just Tai Chi, and Qìgōng. And they do the exact same thing with Qìgōng. They spell it CHI instead of QI, which is the proper spelling of the word Qi, meaning life force. Because Qigong is a system exercises meant to circulate your qi through all your meridians. So when you have Tai Chi and Qigong, and they're both spelled TAICHI and CHIGONG, you're going to confuse people. Yes, children should definitely be contained. This is true. And Captain Joe joining us. Good evening, folks. Hello, Joe. Hi, Joe. Magpies in the tree outside laughing. That's what woke me up, because we came right home and took a nap. And yes, they did. They had the kids in a corral. The first year, the kids were just free to roam. They were just in the pit. And this year they were in a corral. They were. Yes. Sounds like a great time. It really is. And I'm just glad that, like, 4 years later, they're still doing it every year. They have awesome vendors. We got some homemade barbecue sauce. It was the very first thing that we bought. Excellent stuff. You know, they have great vendors. They have people selling swords. They have blacksmiths. Every single person there is an artisan of some kind. And yes, that includes the food prep people. They're artists, whether they're martial artists, whether they're fiber artists, whether they're 3D printing artists, they're all artisans, and it is amazing to see. Had orange chicken, she had fish and chips, then we shared mini donuts with raspberries and raspberry drizzle. Yes. And the person that did the donuts is my mother's boss. Yeah, it was definitely yum. They were very, very good. I want more of the donuts. Well, yeah. Learned crochet as a teen, but I already have too many hobbies. Hey, we talked on Monday about all the stuff that I do, and I'm still like, I could do more things. And crafting is definitely addictive. This is true. Really are. Hey, Pro, welcome back. Glad to see you hop back in again. It's good to see you. Greetings to Pro, greetings to Pro, greeting Foxy, and Trey, and Dan. Miss our Ren Fair. I bet, man, if they ever stop doing this, I will be very, very upset, because this is like the highlight of my year. I get to go out and wear my Chinese robes and walk around carrying swords. And every year, I swear, I see more people dressing up and less people in street clothes. I love it. It's great. Howdy, Donna. Just got back from the Scar Bar. Nice. Had a comeback and an espresso martini. A comeback. Cohiba. Yeah, I figured that was an autocorrect. More greetings for Pro, and sounds good. Smoky Mountain Cigar Show had its 200th episode. Both with my dude and I won cigars. Nice. Always good to win things. Okay, so the 5 families of Tai Chi. Of course, there are more families, more styles, but the main 5 are Qian, Yang, Wu, Sun, and Hao. Now, the Hao style is special because it is also known as the Wu Hao style. It is an offshoot of the Wu style. And each one of them has a common origin, but their movements and popularity and development are all different. Like I said, Cindy Kep does the Wu Hao style. And I did not know this. And she was talking on Facebook. This was a while ago. I can't even tell you exactly how long ago it was, but it was a while ago. And she kept talking about Wu style, Wu style. So I thought it was Wu, the main Wu style of Tai Chi. It's not. It is the Wu Hao style. So I was talking about the main Wu style, and she's like, no, this is different. This is not Wu family. This is Wu style. And I'm like, wait. So it's not. No, it is the Wu Hao style. It's an offshoot style. Have to keep my humongous humidor filled somehow. Yeah. It's like me and all my swords, you know? So, the first style of Tai Chi, the originator, if you will, is Chen style. It originated in the 16th century in Chen village. And I'm looking something up because I'm not going to... I don't want to mess this up. So I want to make sure. Yeah. So the founder of Chen style is Chen Wangting. And the current head is Chen Xiaowang. So this style is all Chen family. All of these family practitioners. Chen style has explosive movements. You remember when we talked about long fist and explosive movements? Chen style has explosive movements. They have spiral energy, circular. No one really knows exactly how the Chen style came to be. All they know is that Chen Wangting was a soldier in the army. And Chen village was well known for their martial arts. So it was obvious that someone from Chen village was going to join the imperial army. And that was Chen Wangting. And he went and did his service, came back to Chen village, and it is believed that he took long fist forms, cannon fist forms, different military forms, and combined them with elements of Chinese philosophy and breathing techniques to create a new style. And that became Chen style. Now, Tai Chi as a term was not used at the time. It was just Chen style. They didn't... It is believed that the term Tai Chi was actually created by the founder of Yang style. Tai Chi, or Tai Chi Tuan, which is Tai Chi fist, wasn't used until the founder of Yang style. Before that, when it was just Chen style or Chen village style, people did not use the term Tai Chi. So Chen style, they have quick explosive movements within softer, slower movements. So if you see Chen style Tai Chi, you'll see a slow movement and then a really quick punch. That explosive power that we talked about before. Followed by more slow, circular movements, and then another quick movement. That is your Chen style. Now, Yang style. Yang style Tai Chi is globally the most popular style of Tai Chi. The Yang Simplified 24. You see it everywhere. If you see a movie, Tai Chi Master with Jet Li, the end of the movie, when he's teaching his students martial arts, he's teaching them Yang style. There's a scene in the Patrick Swayze movie Roadhouse when he's outside of his temporary apartment and he's moving very slowly. That's Yang style. It's the simplified 24. If someone is doing Tai Chi, it is most likely Yang style. Yang style was founded by Yang Luqian in the 19th century. He was a farmer from Hebei province. He would follow his dad to planting fields, but he also had temporary jobs, and one temporary job was working in a pharmacy. And of course, Yang Luqian loved martial arts and he studied. But one day he was at the pharmacy and he caught someone using a style that he had never seen before. And that person took out an entire group of thieves. And because of this, Yang Luqian asked to study with the owner of the pharmacy, which was Chen Dehu. Chen Dehu told Yang Luqian, if you want to learn, you have to go to Chen Village, because they won't teach anyone that's not from Chen Village. Yang Luqian is actually kind of sort of portrayed in a movie series called Tai Chi Zero and Tai Chi Zero and Tai Chi Hero. Yang Luqian is the main character of those movies. And it's a comedy, but it's about him going to Chen Village and trying to convince them to teach him. Because the people of Chen Village were very, very protective of their family's style. But eventually, he was able to convince the family patriarch to teach him. And after that, he was given permission to go and teach his own students. One of those students was the founder of Wu style. So almost every style of Tai Chi can trace its lineage somehow to Chen style. Yang was a student of Chen. Wu was a student of Yang. Yang style is known for large, graceful, slow movements and was historically taught to the imperial family of China through the lineage of Yang Lushan. I'm glad you're finding this interesting, Pro. Oh, I love martial arts history. Any martial art. I go to the Ren Fair to watch grown men beat the hell out of each other, wearing full plate harnesses, and it's great fun, and it really is interesting. I love it. It's the whole point of this channel. I know I've said that like a million times, but this is Pro's first time here, so if I repeat anything, you know, that's why. Next is Wu style, founded by Wu Chuanyu. Now, Wu style is known for for smaller movements. They're compact. You know, Yang style, you have the parting the wild horse's mane. Almost everyone knows this one, right? Parting the wild horse's mane from Yang style. You know, you have holding the ball and then a large sweeping movement. Very, very large, long movements. Wu style, those movements are going to be much smaller and more compact. Wu style is also known for leaning during the form. All of Chen style and Yang style, you want to stay centered. You want to keep your upper body solid. Wu style, they lean forward and backward during their forms. And as we already said, Wu Chuanyu was a student of Yang Luqin. So, of course, he was a military officer. He was part of the Imperial Guard. He studied under Yang Luqian. And then, when Wu Chuanyu retired from the military, he set up his own school and taught different students from Yang Luqian. Wu Chuanyu was said to have exceptional skills in the neutralizing aspects of Tai Chi. You know, instead of hard blocking, you know, we talked about this with the long fist and the Neijia styles a while back. Instead of stopping a punch with force meeting force, he neutralized the power, circled around it. He focused more on those neutralizing movements, which is why his style is more compact movements. Because if you're going to stop an attack, you don't want these big, big, long, heavy movements. You want to keep it compact. You want to keep it close so that people have less time. Because, like, if you're throwing a punch at me and I knock it off line all the way over here, you have plenty of time to redirect it back around and crack me in the jaw. Whereas if I wait until the punch is right here to knock it offline, you don't have as much time to redirect. So smaller, compact movements, plus the leaning forward and backward, you're going to give yourself more time. You know, if that punch is coming at you and instead of standing static, you lean back, you have more time before that punch gets to your face. And you lean forward, you're closer to your target to be able to respond. You're already closer to them than they were to you. So that's Wu style. Now we have Sun style, developed by Sun Lutang. Sun style took Tai Chi and combined it with, the other internal arts of Bagua and Xingyi. So Sun style is not just Tai Chi by itself. It's Tai Chi combined with Xingyi Chuan and Bagua Jiang. Sun style is known for agile footwork and circular hand movements. That's the Bagua. The footwork of Sun style is Xingyi. Straight lines. One foot follows the other foot. This foot goes in this direction. The back foot's going to follow it in a straight line. If this foot turns, the back foot's going to turn with it. So your footwork is Xingyi. Your hand movements are Bagua. Circular. Circular. Sun style Sun Lutang was also born in Hebei province. He studied Bagua under a Cheng teacher, Cheng. His Bagua teacher actually gave him the name Lutang. He was well versed in Xingyi and Bagua before he came to study Tai Chi. In fact, he was so well versed in Xingyi and Bagua, he was already considered to be a master without equal before he even came to study Tai Chi. Now, Sun Lutang was a student of Hao style Tai Chi from Hao Wei Jin. So, and he started late in his life, started studying Tai Chi. He invited a couple of Yang style masters and a Wu style master to join him in teaching Tai Chi at a Beijing Physical Education Research Institute in the early 1900s. So, Sun style, Xingyi footwork, straight lines. But Bagua hand movements, lots of circles. You're going to see lots of this. Circular hand movements. Your hands are going to be moving in circles while your feet are moving in straight lines. I will answer that question in just a second. Foxy wants to know if I had to choose which form would you say is my favorite. I will answer that in just 1 second. Because there's one more, obviously. And that is the Hao style. The Hao style was founded not by a member of the Hao family, but by a member of the Wu family. Hao style was founded by Wu Yuxiang. And Hao style is the least well-known of all of the Tai Chi styles, because it focuses on internal Qi development, your balance, and very subtle, small movements. Whereas, the regular Wu style has compact, smaller movements, smaller than the other styles. The Hao style has very subtle, small movements. And of all of the styles, of all of the families, the Hao style is considered to be advanced and not recommended for beginners of Tai Chi. Which is why I find it really, really interesting that Cindy does Wu Hao. Because as far as I was aware, before she started doing this, her experience was in Western martial arts, like fencing and things like that. So she jumped right into the deep end with the least well-known, least popular, most advanced style of Tai Chi. That just blew my mind when I found this out. Now, Wu Yuxiang was a scholar. He was a student of Yang Luqian, but he also studied with Qian Xingping, who was a master of Chen style. There is a lot of writing that is attributed to Wu Yuxiang on the subject of Tai Chi theory, and he developed his style and shared it with members of his family who also wrote about it. He trained with his two older brothers, Wu Qiangqing and Wu Ruqing, and also took on two nephews as disciples. One of those nephews wrote several important works on Tai Chi, and the other nephew worked with his brother to further build on what their uncle had created. This style eventually became known as the Hao or Wu Hao style because of his nephew, Hao Weijin, who taught Sun Lutang. So again, Tai Chi has a family tree. If you think of it as a lineage, there's a family tree. And the root of that tree is the founder of Chen style. Chen Wangting, when he created Chen style Tai Chi, everything that came after that, every other family, every other thing that came after that was all because of Qian Wang Ting. So all of these martial arts, like stack, Qian Wang Ting taught Jiang Luqian, who taught Wu Chuanyu, who taught Wu Yuxiang, who taught Hao Wenting, who taught Sun Lutong. It all stacks. They're all family. They're all part of the same big family. Now we can get into Foxy's question. Because I started the way most people started, with Yang style. Foxy took Tai Chi from our local community college. When I was at the community college, Tai Chi was not an option. Your only option for electives was bowling. They didn't have any of the fun stuff that they had when she started there. Your elective choice was bowling. And everything else was about getting your degree. Everything else was math and science and all that stuff. So she takes Tai Chi. She is learning the Yang Simplified 24. I did not attend classes with her. I just realized I'm not wearing my pendant. That's why I feel weird not wearing my pendant. I did not attend her classes. But I would show up towards the end of classes to pick her up, and I would sit and watch. And that's how I met Jack, my second Shifu. Next semester came along, I took the Kung Fu class because I started with my first Shifu learning Praying Mantis. So I wanted to take Mantis. And I made a stupid comment that I had learned the Yang Simplified 24 without taking the class, just from watching the end of her classes and watching her practice. What I didn't realize is Shifu heard me say that. I was talking to other students, and he was behind me, and I didn't know this. So he just kind of tapped me on the shoulder, and he's like, okay, show me. I was like, okay. He's like, no. Next class. The class was like once a week on Wednesday evenings. He's like, next class. You're going to go in front of the class, because this is how he taught his classes. He would teach you the form, and then for finals, you would stand alone at the head of the class and do the entire form from beginning to end. And the entire class would watch you, as well as Shifu would watch. So he's like, next class, you're going to do the form. So I spent the next week practicing my ass off. And very beginning of Kung Fu class, he's like, all right, pay attention, because he's going to do the Yang Simplified 24 form. And I got up there and I did it. Wasn't perfect. And he walks over to his little sachet and he pulls out the certificate. He had that much faith in me that after the previous week's class, he went home and printed off the certificate for learning the Yang Simplified 24 form. And he handed it to me. But that's, That's just a personal story about mine. So I started with Yang style, as most people do. But if I had to pick out of the 5, okay, I've never done Wu style. I've never done Hao style. But if I'm going to rank them based on what I have seen and what I have done with Yang, Chun, Chen, and Sun, it's going to go Sun style at the top as my favorite. And that's because Sun style is Tai Chi combined with Xingyi and Bagua. I love Bagua. Bagua to me is like the epitome of internal martial arts. It's very circular. So Sun style, then Yang, then Chen, and Wu Hao are only at the bottom because I have no experience with them. I don't know much about them. That's the only reason they're at the bottom of the list. But for me, my favorite is Sun style because it's Tai Chi, Xingyi, and Bagua all combined into one. And Ruby basically asked the same question. Yeah. You did fine. You got your certificate from him despite the fact that when it came time for you to perform, you were like, yes, you were having a hypoglycemic attack because you hadn't eaten enough that day and you were shaking. I had to run across campus to get you a candy bar because your blood sugar was low and it didn't have time to hit you before it was your turn to get up there and do the form. You did just fine. Now know so much more about why I had such a hard time. Yeah, with hyper flexible joints, that would make a difference. Now, oh look, TwitchBot. Very balanced answer. Yeah, that's. Thank you, Pro. Some of the differences are speed and size of the movements. Yes, exactly. I'm going to try at the end here to go and find short videos showing you different styles so you can visually see the difference. Yes, that was a pointed looking comment. Yes, it was. And I'm fully aware of it. And she still made it through the form. Now, before we wrap everything up here, before we go looking for those videos of different styles, yes, you did have issues that day. We're going to circle back to the name Tai Chi Chuan. Chuan means fist or boxing. Tai Chi is named after the symbol, the yin yang that everyone knows. That is called a Tai Chi. So Tai Chi Chuan is Tai Chi fist or Tai Chi boxing. But as I said, that term was created by Yang Luchan. Before that, it was known as Mian Chuan, which is cotton fist, or Hua Chuan, which is neutralizing fist. Yang Luchan, like I said, Yang style was taught to the imperial family. And while he was teaching, he was challenged frequently. And some of them were just friendly challenges, and some of them were not friendly challenges. But he always won. So that got him a reputation. And people would come to the imperial households just to watch him fight. And at one of those fights was a scholar named Wong Tonghe. And Wong Tonghe was inspired by watching Yang Luchan move. And the scholar expressed that the way Yang Luchan was moving was a physical manifestation of the philosophy of Tai Chi. So that created the term Tai Chi Chuan, Tai Chi boxing. A scholar watches a martial artist fight and just says, look at the way he's moving. This is a physical representation of the philosophy of Tai Chi. And so after that, the Yang family started using the term Tai Chi Chuan. Although there is not really any written evidence of the term Tai Chi Chuan until the 20th century. So whether this happened or not, the Yang family history states that Yang Luchan, with the help of Wong Tonghe, created the term Tai Chi Chuan. Before that, like I said, Mian Chuan, cotton fist, or Hua Chuan, neutralizing fist. Now we're going to see contacts are dry. Shaky, confused, and annoyed that body wouldn't cooperate. Yeah. And you didn't manage most of the form. You did it. You did it. Which is the form you see in all TV shows and some movies showing people. That is Yang style. I guarantee that's Yang style. And it's probably the Yang Simplified 24. Because that is the most, yes. It is definitely Yang style. We have 5 minutes left. I always go over. So we're going to hop over to YouTube. We're going to try and find short videos showing the different styles. There you go. There's your gold star. It's right here. Gold star for you. So we're going to start with Shen style. We need something short. Not 25 minutes long. No. Okay, that's 1 minute and 22. That's not bad. We can do that one. Go full screen. Turn off autoplay. Share screen. Add to stage. All right. Chen Tai Chi. First 5 movements. Now remember what I said about Chen style. Explosive movements. So let's see if we can catch some of those. See, he's very slow. Moving slowly. Very indicative of Tai Chi. Slow. Now here comes. Explosive. Now back to slow movement. Big circle. Some movements are very, very large. And more slow movements. Single whip. So there was that one. Yeah, I know. Not what she said, no. Well, you're going to find that a lot when you're doing like group movement like that. You're going to have one person following the lead. But did it have that one stomp? That's the explosive movement. That's called cannon fist. You bring your fist down onto your palm while you stomp with your foot. Explosive movement. Now we're going to do the Young Simplified 24. We won't watch this whole one because it's 5 minutes long, but this is the video that Jack uses to show people the Young Simplified 24. Mark the wild horse's name. Very large. They repeat. Now you notice each movement is not counted once. This is just a second movement, repeated 3 times. You're not going to see any of that explosive movement. It's all very slow. See if we can find right here. Right after single whip, we have cloud hands. Waving the hands in front of your face, twisting at the waist. But you notice she's not leaning in any way. She's just right there. Back straight, head straight. We're going to do single whip again. Yeah, this is definitely the one that you're seeing in parks. Very slow, graceful movements. That's Yang style. So now we're going to look up Wu style. Now, I know nothing about this one. So this is going to be informative for me as well. Amen Wu. Nice. First 7 moves. All right, let's watch this one. Now let's review what we said about Wu style before we start. Compact, smaller movements and the leaning forward and backward. All right, so let's watch this one. Always starting with the raising of the hands, lowering the hands and bending the knees. I recognize that one from the Yang style. Now notice how little his hands are moving there. He's not making these big, grandiose movements like you were seeing with the other ones. His hands are moving very, very little. His fingers are like touching his wrist the entire time. He's just fingertips on wrist. He's really not moving his hands that much. The movements, now there's a bigger movement, but he didn't swing as wide as the other ones did. Okay, all right. Interesting. Yeah, I knew nothing about that form before just now. That's the first time. But you could see it. Where with the Yang style, there were large, when she did the single whip, you know, it was big movement with the arm, catch, large, big sweeping movement. He was moving just little bits at a time, and his fingertips were touching his wrist, moving around. That was very interesting. All right, now let's see the Hall style. Wuhao Old Frame, Shanxi Province, 2 minutes and 18. Let's see this one. Now this one, remember, focuses on internal development and small, subtle movements. And remember, this is the advanced style. Let's check this one out. Now, he seems to be doing much larger movements than the other one. You can actually see his hands moving. They are smaller. Like the circle he just did was a very small circle compared to the large overhead circles that you saw before. That was quite a bend. Yeah, the regular Wu style movements were much smaller and more subtle. Huh. Hey, co-star. What's up, bud? What, you want to say hi to everybody? Come on. Over here. Come on. Hey, over here. What are you doing? People want to see the pupper. They can't see you if you stick your head through the arm of my chair. You silly boy. That was very odd. I was expecting much smaller movements there, but that was not really very small compared to some of the others. Oh, it was definitely faster. Hey, come here. It was definitely faster. Come here. Come on. It's the pupper. Hi, the pupper. All right, last one, and my personal favorite, Sun style. Now, this one, remember, is... Oh, go away with your autoplay. No one wants to see you. Is a combination of Tai Chi, Xingyi, and Bagua. Oh, wow. Amen Wu again. So let's watch this one. Now notice the straight lines of the feet. See the back foot move, the front foot follow. Back foot move, front foot follow. Front foot move, back foot follow. He's walking back and forth in a straight line. That's Xingyi feet. You need to turn around. I know this is a back view, but turn around so we can actually see your hand. Now, spin the whip. Cloud hands, just like the Yang style. I'm actually subscribed to her channel. She's got a lot of really... She does live streams where she teaches these styles. I have videos saved of her teaching a fan form that I want someone actually learn with me. But you notice the feet are always moving in straight line. One foot moves, the other foot follows behind. That's Xingyi. Her hands are moving in circles. You see the circular movement there? Circle. Now she does part the wild horse's mane way later in the... And it's different than in the Yang style. And now closing. And now, just for fun, I'm going to look for a scene. Tomorrow is Jet Li's 63rd birthday. He was born in 1963. So look forward to another movie tier list tomorrow of Jet Li movies. But there's a scene in his movie, The One. This scene right here, where both of his characters that he's playing are doing their styles. The evil guy is doing Xingyi. The good guy's doing Bagua. I want you to watch this and notice the difference in hand movements and in footwork. All right? Because these two styles, Bagua and Xingyi, are what Sun Lutang used to combine Tai Chi. All right? So just watch this. It's not even a minute long. Starts with Bagua. Look at the way his hands are placed. Look at how his back elbow is crooked in such a way that there's a circle against his chest. Moving in circles. Walking in a circle. How Xingyi. Straight line. His fists are moving in straight line. Explosive power. Straight line. Feet are moving in straight line. Now back to circle. His waist is moving. His hands are circling. Straight lines again. Back to Bagua. Circle. Now Xingyi. Straight line. And there you go. So, circular footwork. Hands being held in such a way that there's a circle right here in his chest, walking in circular lines. His hands are moving circularly. Xingyi, straight lines. The fist, straight lines. That is what Sun Lutang used to combine with Tai Chi to create that last Sun style. All right, so let's get these last few comments, and I'm going to go get me some food. Yes, it's very interesting, isn't it, Pro? I love it. I love it. Guy's so limber. Meanwhile, I try not to fall while putting on pants. You know what? Another little personal story. The reason that you see older people in parks doing young style Tai Chi is because it keeps you limber. The reason that I still, to this day, 45 years old, can still move the way that I can is because I practice martial arts, because I do Tai Chi, because I do circle walking. When my Shifu, Jack, was teaching 6 miles away, was teaching a Tai Chi class in a yoga studio, he had me come on as assistant instructor. And all of his students were older women. I'm talking like 60s and 70s. And we only did the class for like a month or two. And then the yoga studio was like, you're not making us enough money, so we're not doing this anymore. But I had known one of the students for many years before that because she had a shop here on our main street. So I taught her for about a month. And a couple of months later, I went into her shop and she told me that from that month and her continuing to practice at home, she had regained some of her mobility. You want to be limber? You want to be able to move? Tai Chi. Yang style. Tai Chi. I taught older women Yang Simplified 24 Tai Chi for 1 month. And by the end of that month, they were moving better than they were at the beginning. You want to be able to move? Tai Chi. I'm flexible but not steady. It helps with that too. Like putting on socks while standing. I don't do that. Used to be able to do. Just getting out of it. See, this is what I'm talking about, people. I taught Kitty Tai Chi over Discord and Zoom. The Yang Simplified 24. She was already a dancer. She already knew how to move. But you know what? She can probably move better now. Because of the Yang style. If other people want to learn, just let me know, man. I'll set up Discord. I don't care. I'll set up Discord and do a class over Discord teaching people Tai Chi. I guarantee you'll be able to move better. Turning over in bed. I do that all the time. Straight lines looks easier than complicated footwork. And it is, because you're literally walking in a straight line. Front foot moves forward, back foot follows in a straight line. It's straight lines. Walking forward and backward. You do not deviate from that line. You noticed in that scene, it was one line the entire time. He did not deviate from that straight line. It is easier, but I prefer Bagua. Laying on a pillow wrong, that I have done. When I did his job in Hawaii, I watched every movie he was ever in. Yeah. Like I said, bro, keep an eye on this YouTube channel. I'm doing a Jet Li movie tier list. I'm going to film it tonight, just like I did Jackie Chan's, at 12:01, when it's officially April 26th. Going to record that video. I'm going to upload it tomorrow. Doing server upgrades and watching 110 hours. Ouch. Ring training. Yuck. Need thesis to break down all the fight scenes. Oh boy. You know what? I could do that. That's definitely. Hold on. Wait a minute. Where's my Google Doc? I need to write this down. Trey, I love you because you give me some of the best ideas for short form videos for this channel. Like seriously, most of my short form video ideas either come from you, Dan, sometimes Foxy and Kitty, or just out of my own brain. But I got to write that one down because damn. All right, that's yeah. Would have been fun. Yeah, I could absolutely do that. Watching the end fight scene from the one, I can do that. I can definitely do that. No, I don't want a sugar mama. Thank you. No, thank you. This was, well, it was before my hip. This was probably 8-9 years ago, maybe more. Yeah. Yes, you wobble more with circle walking because you're not used to it. How many times have I told the story about after my hip when I desperately wanted to get back into martial arts training? And I'm like, let's do something small, something low impact, something easy. I know, we'll do circle walking. That was stupid. I took one step and collapsed on the floor right there. Right there. See that? See that right there? Right there. Just. Ooh, well. That's an idea. Which, remember, people, is coming up 3 weeks from today. 100th episode of the Teahouse. That's not a bad idea. Movie fight scene reviews for the 100th episode. This? Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah, that was dumb. Trying to do circle walking because I thought this is easy. All you're doing is walking in a circle. No. You're using your hips, your waist, your shoulders, your core, all of that. Yes, I am incredibly excited now. This is a good idea. I like this idea. 100th episode, movie fight scene reviews. All right, so we have, is it 3 or 2? Hold on, I got to look at my calendar. Hold on. It might be 2 weeks. No, it's 3. May 16th. May 16th is my 100th episode. 3 weeks from today. All right? Every single one of you is friends with me on Facebook. I want you all to go out and find Chinese, please, because that's what I know. Go out and find Chinese movie fight scenes. Go find them and send them to me. Send me Facebook links or whatever. And that is what I will do for my 100th episode. This is great. This is amazing. I love this. Yes, this is going to be awesome. I love this. I have 3 weeks now to think about this. Oh my God. Always the easy things that take you out. I tripped over a stair and broke my ass. Like, yeah. Glad we can still be a bad influence. Always. And I love every single one of you for it. Never easy, only if you don't know. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, guys. We're like almost a half hour over, and Foxy and I still need to get some dinner. So, like I said, go out and find movie fight scenes. Ooh, max length. I only have an hour-ish. So let's try, if we can, to keep them under 10, possibly. Yeah, 10 minutes or under. That sounds good. That sounds good. Yes, I'm getting hungry. All right, guys. This was fun. I hope that you've all learned something tonight. If nothing else, the difference between all of the different styles of Tai Chi. I will, of course, be back on Monday for my game stream. Might possibly make an appearance on Creative to Play Wednesday night on the Indie Siege channel. And if not, and I'm glad you love the Tai Chi classes, Kitty, I will be right back here next Saturday for the next edition of the Teahouse. I'll see you all next time. 再见。